Alright, well, I figured I could ask about this thing sooner or later, so figured I might as well do a review on my 2005 Nissan Sentra SE-R. So let's start with the outside. So you got, of course, the SE-R badges on the sides and the back, which I think is pretty cool. Very subtle. They don't plaster the whole thing in SE-R badges like, new cars do. And they got these 6-spoke wheels, which are actually pretty nice. I like these, because they're not the hubcap looking things that they usually put on Sentras. Of course, they got the spoiler on the back. I think some regular models actually come with that little spoiler. And it's got disc brakes all the way around, which is a luxury in itself, because drum brakes are such a pain and when it comes time to actually change them. And they got little cute little twins out back. Pretty much sums it up for the outside. So how about we move under the hood? So this Nissan Sentra SE-R is powered by a 2.5 liter. I believe it's the QR25, and it supposedly has about 160 horsepower on its best day. And you definitely feel it. You can definitely tell. As for the transmission, it's the auto. It's not a V-spec Sentra. It's the regular SE-R, not a V-spec. And I believe the transmission comes straight out of a Nissan Maxima of the same generation. So basically what they did was pull the base model motor from another car and slap it and stuff it under the hood of this tiny car. And in the tiny car, it performs pretty awesome. So that's pretty cool. You can kind of tell this thing has been sitting for a while. It's literally completely untouched. Oh, and as an example to show you how new it is, look in the trunk of this thing. Don't mind all the snow shovels and steering wheel covers and stuff like that. But anyway, look at just how new the inside of the trunk is. It's literally perfect. It's literally immaculate. Alright. On the inside, it's nothing special. Of course, they got the little, a little bit of bolstering on the seats. Just a little something to hold you in there. They got the handbrake, which is dope. It's not on the floor. So, this for all the fun. And another thing that shows you just how new it is both of the caps are here for each of the cigarette lighter thingy things. And the fact that it has 2 cigarette lighter thingy things is actually pretty dope. That's kind of featureful. Of course, you got the, the AC controls and the radio. All that stuff works just fine. We might as well turn it on. Not trying to get hit with none of the copyright laws, so I'm not gonna play it. But heat, AC, all that stuff works. Defrosters and all the different modes. It's a really featureful vehicle, actually, for its age. It's a 2005, but I honestly didn't expect any of this out of 2005. Oh yeah, and did I mention it has 37,881 miles on it? Yeah, the thing is basically brand new. It's basically brand new because, it drove around a very small city. So, everything was about a stone's throw away. So, they didn't really have to go far in it. So that's why it's basically a new car. And it's mine now, which is dope. And another thing that I think is funny about this car, when you try to open the back door, since it's never been used, it's extremely stiff just to get it to open. And the close. All of them are like that pretty much, except for the driver's door, of course, because only someone was driving it. Nobody was really in the back seat like that. I actually have to send a shout out to my Uncle Kelly, because he's the dude who actually has the 1969 Dodge Charger that I went for a ride in. And he's the one who actually thought of me when it came time to pass this thing down. So it's great, and I really appreciate that. And shout out to him. I really appreciate that. Because without this thing, I don't know where I would be right now. I'd still be taking Ubers, getting rides, and that was such a pain. But yeah, this is a new car. I don't even have the new tags on it yet. But it's great. I know I need to wash it, but I will, I promise. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and get on with that POV drive, let you see how it moves through the road. So yeah, we'll switch to my GoPro right now. Alright, let's see if we good. Yep, we looking good. Alright, so we're gonna get on with this little POV drive. And first thing you notice about this car is that the transmission shifts kind of hard. You probably see my head kind of knock when it shifts into the next gear. And the other thing you notice is that it just kind of sticks. Like no matter what speed you're at, you can pretty much go through any turn. Notice I'm like not even stressing this. Not even sweating this. Usually in, you know, your average sedan, it's all over the place and swinging. So, and of course I would get a slow Kia in front of me. But yeah, it just kind of sticks and goes. It's got skinny little tires up front and they're dry rotted, but I've never like had them slip on me at all. Except from a standstill. They will slip and slide from a standstill. Like it's actually pretty surprising that the car is that peppy that it'll do that much. It's definitely not a slow vehicle at all, as you're about to see. Handles all these corners just fine. See how it just sticks. The gas mileage is actually not bad for the car. I mean, well, you know, I take that back. The gas mileage is kind of bad for the car. For the engine, it's not bad. But for the vehicle and how small the gas tank is, it feels like you're in the gas station. And it feels like you're trying to get gas a lot because it seems like they put this big motor in there, but they didn't really consider the size of the gas tank as well. So it's like, yeah, it kind of sucks up what the little tank has to offer pretty easy. Not bad. Not bad at all. For a daily driver, it's perfect. Drives great. And it does need an alignment slightly, but I mean, you can still let go of it at lower speeds and it won't, you know, won't knock around too bad. When it hits like 70 miles an hour, then it does, but I mean, it's not that big of a problem. I'll be getting tires and alignment on this thing soon enough. Yeah, but as I was saying, the car does have a little bit of wheel spin when you get started though. It does kind of hop just a little bit, but that's probably because it's just dry rotted old tires. But I mean, for the sake of my ego, I'm gonna keep on saying that it chirps the tires from a standstill. And like the bolstering on these seats actually feels pretty good. Like, you know, you wouldn't really expect it, but it feels awesome. Oh yeah, and before I forget, there's this neat little overdrive off button on the shifter. You know, yeah, it is an automatic, but it's just weird how they would give you the option to turn overdrive completely off like that. So you hit the button and then overdrive turns off. And it locks you out of that fourth gear. It's only a 4-speed, so it keeps you in the first 3 gears, which is pretty dope. I actually like that a lot. I haven't really used it like that because, you know, it's terrible on your gas. But other than that, it's a pretty dope feature. Oh yeah, and the thing will literally tell you distance to empty. It'll tell you your miles to the gallon. It'll tell you your average speed. And it's a timer also right there. It'll tell you, you know, it'll have trip A and trip B, tell you how long you've been traveling, you know, how many miles you've gone. And now when the truck is up, I'll have options. I'll have a daily, and I'll have my tire burning machine at the same time. Alright, and so that's the POV drive. I guess this video is pretty much over. I'm probably not gonna do anything different to this car, just because it's so nice as is. It probably won't be featured on the channel too much, but I figured somebody would ask, so I might as well do a little video on it since I got it. I mean, might as well. Alright, and just like that, this video is pretty much over. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're stopping here for the first time, I'm actually building a 1984 Chevy C10 that just burns rubber and is meant for fun, not meant to be fast. So if you want to see more of that, go ahead, like I said, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you watching, and have a good one.